Hi, how's everyone? Welcome back. Hello and welcome if you're new. I'm glad you found me. We're doing the moon reading today. It's a balsamic moon, which is a phase of the moon where we kind of release things, okay? It's the stage before the new moon where we rest and let the goddess rest. We don't do any manifestation work during the new moon. It's the dark of the moon, so we allow ourselves and the energies to rest a little bit. The balsamic moon is the time about 4 days or so before the new moon, and that's where we prune away old things. We let things fall away. We let go of controlling things. We've been really exploring that letting go of control lately. With the last few readings, the Wheel of Fortune has been coming out a lot, and it's talking about, of course, the wheel of time and divine timing, your rewards coming around, but it is a major arcana energy, so it means it is timing out of our control. So at the balsamic moon, it is a phase in the moon cycle where we prune away things that we want to stay gone. All right. So, like I think in gardening and agriculture, you would prune things so that they stay dormant or they don't grow back as quickly. So this is a time to let go of things that you really, really want to stay gone. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do the one card for the current energy, 3 clarifiers, and an oracle message. So please give us the current energy for the moon phase. This is all happening in Pisces, and I forgot to write it down, but the moon is conjunct the north node. We've got Mercury and Venus and Saturn, and I think Chiron is there. So it is a stacked sign right now in Pisces. So the first card we dropped here, we've got the Death card. It's an unavoidable ending, so make room for the new, okay? And now we have the Page of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more, please. Page of Pentacles is, Page of Pentacles is a studious and practical person. This could be a new valuable enterprise. Hopeful yet untested. Next to that, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Boy, are we getting new beginnings this cycle. Investments, partnerships, cooperators, and good fortune. That's the Ace of Pentacles. I liken that to Jack's bean from Jack and the Beanstalk. He had one bean. Well, in some stores he had 1, in some he had 3. Maybe there was 5, but there was just a small, fortunate amount, and he ended up planting it and hoping for the best. So that's what that Ace of Pentacles represents. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Says he listens to his heart. He's idealistic, charming, diplomatic, and romantic. Oh my goodness. We have a romantic knight coming in with an offer. I get the feeling with these 3 cards that somebody has a brand new idea. Someone's got a bright new idea. Bottom of the deck, we've got 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. I'll get to that. So we have a Page of Pentacles looking at his one glowing pentacle. Like, what am I going to do with this? I have so many ideas. He's a dedicated young earth sign. So that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And it's like almost like in the Ace of Pentacles, he's taking it and he's kind of throwing it up in the air, or maybe he's catching it coming down from the divine, because all the aces are an opportunity out of the blue that you don't expect, something interesting that may happen that you don't see coming. It's a blessing from the divine. The ace is a new beginning. So then we've got this page looking at that pentacle going, I could really do a lot with this. And then we have the Knight of Cups here. This is a water sign, um, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Since it's the night, I give it to the middle child, which would be a Scorpio. So Scorpios are very, how do I say it? Where they peer into something and they really dissect it and they really take it apart and transform it and try to make something new. And this is a water energy, so it might have to do with something emotional. But he listens to his heart. So somebody here has a new opportunity. They're taking the very enthusiastic, though untested approach, and they're listening to their heart here. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of the deck in a minute. But this is all happening under the watch of the Death card, an unavoidable ending and making room for something new. Now remember, I know death can be very scary kind of energy, along with the Tower and the Devil. They are kind of negative connotations, but we have to take the human part of that out. We got to take the fear away from that, because all these cards, especially Death and the Tower, are liberators. They liberate you from something that is ending. You cannot hang on to something that is dead and expect anything to grow. And I think that's what this Page of Pentacles is realizing, that after this cycle, after something comes through and is put to rest, put in the grave, put down. What did I say about the balsamic energy, where you prune away so that it doesn't come back? Okay, so that now that that is done, that cycle is over. The page is standing here with a nice shiny new coin, a nice shiny new idea, a new endeavor, something new to put his energy and effort into, something that he can make grow with his own efforts, something that is brand new. So there is a release here of an old cycle so that they can walk into a new cycle with a clean slate. This time, they're telling me, this time he's using that Knight of Cups energy to let his heart guide him. Whereas maybe last time with all this Pentacle energy, he was just using logic and facts. But that didn't get him happiness. It may have got him prosperity, but it didn't get him happiness. So something has ended and they're walking into a new cycle using their heart to navigate. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Pentacles on the back side. So the Two of Pentacles is juggling like a work-life balance. And it's setting your priorities and being resourceful and flexible. Concentrating and only taking on what you can handle. So we've got the Page, the Ace, and the Two. So there's slow progression here because you're adding on only as much as you can handle as you go, which is fantastic, right? So in the back of the card, it talks about your skills are valuable and you are being observed and you are making an impression. Underneath that, look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. This is the baby Empress. This is a Princess of Pentacles because she comes right before the Queen, and the Queen of Pentacles is the last queen before the Empress proper. So she's like 2 steps behind being an Empress. But this is a self-made bad girl, right? She is peaceful, peace in self and solitude and tending your garden. Now, if you see in the background of the Nine of Pentacles, she has an archway. This represents the Four of Wands archway, under which a couple is married and promises to make a life together for a nice foundation of a future together. She has built that for herself in her own garden, but she hasn't really opened up to share it with anyone yet, because she just got to this space. She just got to the space of abundance that she made for herself. So out of that Two of Pentacles, this very responsible balancing of work and life priorities, she has come to a Nine of Pentacles energy. Underneath that, well, look who made himself present. We've got the King of Swords. He is wise and strong and well respected, keeps his word, is a master of his temper, and is very trusted and honorable. Look at that. So if this is all the same person, we can see a progression here. We can see he goes from this old cycle that has ended, and I heard them say there's no looking back, there is no going back once death comes through. He takes away this is Saturn energies, or no, Pluto energy, because it's Scorpio, I believe. The transformer. He transforms a situation. That's the in between from death to between death and rebirth. There is transformation. Okay, so after that, then he's in that page energy, brand new, starting over with one pentacle here with the ace, and then the Knight of Cups, allowing himself to be guided with his heart, even though there's still a lot of pentacle energy here. um Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Oh my goodness, that was a sneeze, all right. Hmm. But no, no. There are several ways that I can look at this with the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. It could be a progression coming from the hi baby, coming from the page to the knight to the baby empress to the king. Right, that's a progression. Somebody using their talents and their heart to get down, baby. Get down. Oh my goodness. To create abundance for themselves. Okay. However, I can also read this as once the page goes through that the Knight energy and then the Nine of Pentacles energy, there she is looking off into the direction of that handsome King of Swords. So this could be attracting or making space for a king to come in, or for them to be developing into a king. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't tell how you're going to resonate with this if you're the king, if you are the Nine of Pentacles baby empress looking at somebody coming in now that you are abundant. But whoever this energy is, this is a very strong, honorable kind of person to share this with. So it's almost like they're telling me you got to let go of an old cycle, start brand new. You're going to have everything that you need to start over. Okay, if you make the right decisions, use it wisely. That's the key with the ace and the page, is that there's opportunity here to use it wisely. So make the best decisions you can. You got the Two of Pentacles saying don't take on more than you can handle, or you're going to drop some of them balls. And if you can do that, then you go straight from there to the nine. After that, so the Nine of Pentacles talks about preparing, or being so abundant that you are now in an energy to share that abundance. And once you are in an energy to sit there and go, you know what, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to share what I have with somebody who is at my level. And lo and behold, bam, here comes a King of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Being a king, I usually give it to the higher of the signs, which could be Aquarius energy. Very high-minded, very emotionally intelligent, um, very intellectual. Um, Aquarius energy is expansive and freedom-loving, creative, sometimes a little bit hard to get a handle on. If you think about the air that is up in the higher atmosphere, like where the hot air balloons fly, right? Air is very hard to hold on to. And that's kind of what that King of Swords energy is. That Aquarius energy is kind of hard to pin down. But if you allow it free movement, it's very it's very refreshing, and it brings in new ideas, and it can be a very good balance to this earthy, sensual pre-baby empress. Okay? So, let's get an oracle message. So let's summarize also. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If I am resonating, please take a moment to leave me a thumbs up, or subscribe, or share, or leave a comment. My details are in the description, email, Venmo, and Cash App. I am available for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. Any and all feedback is appreciated. So, to summarize, with this moon phase in Pisces, the deep dreamy dreamer. Something is there's an unavoidable ending here, but it is liberation. You're being liberated from a cycle that is ending. Again, major arcana. This is something that you cannot control, and you should just go with it, because it's a liberation. Okay. Making room for the new. And here comes the new with that Page of Pentacles, carrying a big shiny Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. With that Knight of Cups coming in with a new emotional investment. Letting his heart guide him. Then we've got that Two of Pentacles, where whatever skills you are balancing, you're really making an impression. You are being observed. Somebody is seeing your new growth here and admiring it. And from that responsible, they really want me to say this, responsible use of resources, including your own energetic resources. You turn that Ace into a Nine of Pentacles right quick. But it has to do with letting go of the old. You cannot hang on to anything dead and expect to have growth. So that's why this is all coming after the Death card. It's beautiful growth from there. Okay, and from that growth, now there's the I heard them say now I heard them say it's almost like this Nine of Pentacles baby Empress set a trap. But it wasn't really a trap. It was just like she laid out a welcome environment for someone to come and share with her, and it just so happened to attract a King of Swords. That's what they want me to say. So the oracle message we pulled here is summer. The bumblebee, the honeybee, I'm sorry. It says bask in joy and light. Okay? Summer. The summer and autumn have been coming out a lot lately. So that's telling me that whatever is being put into motion now will start showing growth by summer and fulfillment by autumn. So if you are kind of still dragging your feet or sitting on the fence about something, make that determination quickly, because whatever you put into motion now is going to start growing through summer and come to fruition by autumn. Okay? If you drag your feet, it's going to take a whole nother cycle. So you don't want that. So let's read the summer card. Bask in joy and light. It says, rise up, open your wings and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light and into manifestation. It says This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Look at that, Nine of Pentacles, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving. That's that King of Swords, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not to rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There's a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, as it's an inspiration directly from the divine. That's that Ace of Pentacles. Something right from the divine. When the summer card arrives in the future position of a spread or as a last card in the reading, which this is, it can also indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intention. See? So this is fantastic. I know it started out a little scary with that death card, but it really is a blessing. And I think the more you embrace your own talents and abilities, the further away you get from this ended situation, the more you're going to look back and go, phew, I am so glad that ended, because now I'm on this new path towards this great abundance. And little do you know, but in the future, you're going to be snagging a bright, shiny King of Swords. And the kings are the ones that come to stay, where he may have shown up, or this energy may have started as that Knight of Cups. The knights don't often stay, and that's to be expected, because knights are supposed to evolve into a king. So that knight energy is like, it's a motivator, it's a new beginning, it's coming with ambition, right, and intention. And he's coming in with a cup, letting his heart lead him towards a new abundance. Okay, and at the end of it all, he may become this king. Kings come to stay, and this king, this Aquarius energy, is very wise and strong, very it says wise and strong and well respected. He keeps his word. He's a master of his temper, and he can be trusted. I They really want me to emphasize that master of his temper, because there may be some in the collective that are moving away from an energy that was not so masterful over their temper. It could be you, or it could be an old partnership that you're leaving behind. That's the death card that came through, and it ended something. There may have been someone on the other side of that who was not quite masterful of their temper, either you or them. And now in this new cycle, there's been so much evolution that the energy now is a good and stable king. All right, so that's what I have. What do we got coming up tomorrow? We've got the morning energy for tomorrow, and then love with the fairies. Yeah, the fairies have been itching to talk. I only let them out like once a week. So we'll see tomorrow what the fairies have to say about love. So again, let the old cycle go. You're being blessed with a new opportunity if you put these uh, good decisions and responsible stewardship of the resources. Then you'll start seeing growth by summer. Okay, so I hope that resonated. Until I see you again in the next reading, thank you for sticking with me. Okay, thanks. Bye.